Making assumptions about ancestral benevolence can be a stub-your-toe misconception. Making assumptions about ancestral benevolence can actually be a life-derailing problem. In the realm of spirituality, many people hold the comforting belief that their ancestors, once they've passed on, become their guiding lights, always looking out for them and looking out for their best interests. And this concept is deeply ingrained in various cultures and spiritual practices, fostering a sense of connection and protection from the spiritual realm. However, this perception is not entirely accurate. The idea that all ancestors automatically become altruistic, benevolent, or angelic upon death is a misconception that can lead to misguided decisions, misplaced trust, and unfortunate results. There are risks that go with unquestioning trust. Consider the scenario of seeking guidance during a challenging phase in your life only to receive misleading or harmful advice from what you believe to be a well-intentioned ancestor. This scenario is not as far-fetched as it may have first seemed. Just as in life, where not every family member or ancestor has your best interests at heart, the same can be true in the afterlife. Some discarnate spirits can carry over unresolved issues, negativity, or even malevolent intentions. Blindly trusting every message from the spiritual realm can lead to emotional turmoil, poor decision-making, and hindered progress in your personal and professional development. So it's essential for you to cultivate your own discernment, your own emotional intelligence and intuition around messages from spirit, around signs from the universe, around psychic readings and even dream interpretation. It used to be that people with psychic gifts, people who were oracles, and people with the ability to communicate with people who've already crossed the rainbow bridge were few and far between. Or they were potentially hiding underground to avoid the backlash and the stigmas that have often plagued us, that have often plagued these people throughout history. But now, you, me, and the masses are all developing our higher sight, activating our third eyes, and connecting to the higher realms, whether you particularly want to or not. And you have the potential now to reconnect with your higher self, with your spirit guides and your higher counsels. Quite literally, you have the upcoming opportunity to connect and communicate with your higher council of 12 if you choose to cleanse, clear, and purify yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, and karmically. Hence, it's extremely important for you to understand who you're connecting to as your intuitive gifts open up. To navigate the complex terrain of spiritual guides, it's crucial to develop your discernment, your emotional intelligence, and your intuition. So here are 5 practical steps to ensure that you're aligning with positive and helpful ancestral energies, ascended masters, and angelic beings, rather than trickster spirits or agents of the dark who would love to see you follow dodgy guidance and fall from grace. So, meditation practices. Daily meditation can help you attune to your inner voice and to assist you in being able to distinguish between positive and negative energies and positive and negative entities. Daily meditation and becoming familiar with your inner voice, and most importantly, becoming familiar with what positive energies feel like enhances your discernment, enhances your emotional intelligence, and allows you to sense the true nature of the spiritual messages that you receive. Do they feel good? Do they feel positive? Do they sound or feel like they come from love? Or do they feel off? Do they feel bad somehow? Do they sound or feel like they're inciting fear or doubt? Or are they outright coming from fear? Are they messages that have the potential to cause harm to anyone? Are the messages inspiring you to do well, or are they berating you and upsetting your confidence? It's imperative you be able to tell the difference between messages from positive, benevolent, or angelic beings of the light and negative, trickster, and evil beings of the dark. Spiritual cleansing. Engage in morning and evening rituals that cleanse, clear, and purify and protect your energy and your vicinity. And your intentions. This can include smudging, saging, using protective crystals, or reciting affirmations that invoke benevolent energies while repelling the negative ones. Seek expert guidance. Consult with trusted spiritual advisors or healers who can offer insights and guidance. Their expertise can help you interpret spiritual messages accurately and to avoid potential pitfalls. The caveat here is to only take advice from spiritual advisors or healers who feel positive, who smell positive, who sound positive, and have a pure intent. Run a mile from passive and powerless people. Run a mile from egotistical, materialistic, and forceful people. Set boundaries. Just as you set boundaries in your physical relationships, it's important to establish boundaries in your spiritual connections. Clearly state your intentions and only invoke high vibrational beings of the light, high vibrational spirits who have your highest good in mind. If Uncle whoever had poor ethics, poor character, or didn't even like you when he was alive, or why would you listen to him when he passed over? Yes, he may have changed his spots, but do you really want to take that chance? Self-reflection. Regularly reflect on the messages and insights that you receive and their impact on your life. If a message leads to negativity or confusion, reconsider its source and validity. By embracing these practices, you can transform your approach to spiritual guidance, ensuring that your connections with the ancestral realms are uplifting and supporting and beneficial for the greater good, ensuring that your connections are to beings of the light and not to agents of the dark. True leadership in your life involves discerning the right influences and making empowered decisions that align with your goals for your health, wealth, relationships, and spiritual connection. There's a bit of a debate about who said what and when, but it's usually the ancient Greek physician Hippocrates who's credited with saying, "Do no harm." So whoever said it, it's good advice for everyone. I call it rule number 1, do no harm. If you're uncertain about the purity of spiritual guidance and the messages, err on the side of caution and do no harm. Disregard it. If you find this content insightful, empowering, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe for more transformative content. that guides you on your journey of health, wealth, career, relationships, and spiritual connection. And you know that refining down to a tiny branding niche that many of the marketers bang on about? That's probably not going to happen here. It's more likely we'll cover a broad scope of topics to help you to navigate the physical and spiritual realms with wisdom, with discernment, and with generosity, and ensure that your path is illuminated by genuine and benevolent guidance and intentions.